Elon Musk just shocked everyone by showing off a brand new UFO. It has made people both excited and curious. But that's not the end of the invention. The United States is also putting out planes with cutting-edge technological improvements. Other countries are also making changes in the aviation world, which makes this a worldwide revolution in the field. Does a new era of air war seem likely to start soon? Will Musk's UFO be the most talked about thing in the world, or will other things happen first? Come with us as we look into what the SpaceX UFO that is ready to beat China can do.
Recently, Elon Musk made a lot of noise in the flight business, which got people very excited.
As well as other countries with great technology like Russia and even China. He spent millions of dollars and made the X-Zone, which is truly amazing. The Pentagon first thought the X-1 was a UFO because it is such a high-tech attack jet. At a time when there are many battles and tensions around the world, this news could change how people think about modern war and space travel.
The X-1 was made after years of careful secret study at SpaceX.
It is said that they have powers that don't seem to follow the rules of physics.
It can go as fast as 4,600 mph, which is more than twice as fast as the well-known SR-71 Blackbird.
A small engine from the space shuttle that was only used in SpaceX's Hawk hypersonic missile makes this speed possible. People say that putting this engine in a fighter jet is a big step forward in aerospace technology. The advanced camouflage is one of the most amazing things about the plane. As it flies through the sky, the plane can almost blend in and look like a cloud. Because this stealth works so well, it made people at the Pentagon confused, so they sent fighter jets after what they thought was an unknown moving object. SpaceX engineers have found a way to make military planes use 30% less fuel than they do now. The X-1 can move farther and do more things because of this, but also shows growth in space technology that is better for the environment. When it comes to strategic use, the X-1 is much more useful because it can complete a task in one flight instead of having to stop several times to refuel. A high-tech attack system that uses microwaves is one of the most interesting things about the X-Zone. With this future feature, the X-1 could melt enemy planes or mess with their electronics from a long way away. A milder form of the system can make people feel like they're dipped in molten metal when it hits them. This makes them move without hurting them permanently.
This non-lethal method could change the way fights are fought, making it easier to take enemy gear without hurting too many people.
It can go as high as 105,000 feet, which is a lot higher than the famous SO-71 Blackbird, which could only go as high as 85,000 feet. Normal air defense systems can't reach the X-1 because it is so high up. This gives it amazing spying and strategic benefits. Normal passenger planes fly between 31,000 and 38,000 feet, while most fighter jets fly below 50,000 feet. Being able to fly so high on the X-1 opens up new options, such as better weather tracking, climate studies, and maybe even future space travel. Some disagreements have come up over the development of the plane.
Reports say that Elon Musk and the Pentagon are arguing about who should control and use this cutting-edge technology.
Musk sees the X-1 as a huge benefit, but military leaders are more wary. There is now a discussion about how to use such cutting-edge technology in modern wars and how to balance private innovation with protecting the country. The X-1 is much better than the best US fighter jets right now, like the F-35 Lightning II and the F-22 Raptor. Let us look at what they can do. Analysts and experts in the field said that the F-35 Lightning II was the most modern and stealthy fighter jet. Lockheed Martin developed and built this one-of-a-kind fighter jet for a variety of combat roles. The F-35A is one of the different versions that can take off and land normally. The F-35B is used for short takeoffs and vertical landings, and the F-35C is used for activities from a carrier. These versions can be used for air superiority, strike missions, electronic warfare, surveillance, and intelligence. This makes them flexible and useful in many situations. The United States Air Force and more than a dozen allied countries use it. Lockheed worked on it with big partners like Northrop Grumman and BAE Systems. It can hit from the air or the ground and carry different types of bombs. But here's something even more interesting. As a tactical nuclear bomber, it can also do its job. The Pentagon said a few years ago that it wanted to change the F-35A into a fighter jet that could carry nuclear bombs.
This choice was significant because it helped the Pentagon's strategic deterrence plan move forward and gave war commanders more tactical and operational options. The Air Force recently showed that the F-35AU, which was already known for its advanced features, can also send a nuclear weapon right into enemy territory. This was a big step forward in the United States' attempts to deter others. It is a big step forward in military capabilities that the F-35 was able to successfully carry out a tactical nuclear task. This means that this high-tech stealth fighter can now help carry nuclear weapons. As part of strategic defense plans, the F-35A's ability to combine conventional and nuclear weapons makes it easier for the country to deal with a wide range of security issues. This change shows how important this plane is as a high-tech weapon in today's military activities. This is something that some other fighter jets have too, but the F-35 is faster and more accurate than the F-22. Known to have the four most important qualities that a fighter jet that can't be beat should have: stealth, supercruise, maneuverability, and integrated electronics, along with better supportability, make it possible to do a lot more in battle. This aircraft is very quiet and can do both air-to-air and air-to-ground tasks. This makes it possible for the Air Force of the 21st century to fully implement important operational ideas. Without a doubt, this air fighter is a key part of the Global Strike Task Force. Its job is to quickly and far away establish air dominance and defeat threats that try to block the U.S. Air Force, Army, Navy, and Marine Corps from reaching their targets. The F-22 really is the best fighter plane that has ever been made or is planned to be made. This fighter from the next generation has high-tech cameras and electronics. That way, the pilot can quickly find and fight enemies before they are seen. Also, the cockpit and instruments are very helpful and keep the pilot aware of what's going on around them so no information gets through. This fighter is always ready for battle in the air because it can hold 6 AIM-120 MRAM missiles and 2 AIM-9 Sidewinder missiles. The F-22 can also hit targets on the ground very well. Besides that, it can carry 2 1,000-pound bombs inside and uses its electronics to find its way and aim. Soon, it will have better radar and be able to carry more bombs. Its advanced stealth technology makes it harder to find and keeps it and other troops safe from threats in the air and on the ground. It has stronger engines than any other attack jet. It can fly faster than sound thanks to these strong engines. Supercruise is the name for the ability to go over 1.5 Mach without having extra fuel from afterburners. The Raptor can fly farther and faster than modern jets, which need more fuel to go faster than sound. The F-22 is easier to control than any other plane, present or future, thanks to its improved design, flight controls, thrust vectoring, and high power. Its design has been tried and improved many times as it has been made. Its parts work together to make it very good at fighting modern air threats. It is hard for enemy weapons to hit and track because it is quiet, has high-tech electronics, and can fly quickly without afterburners. This stealth and speed also give it a big edge in battle by surprising the enemy. The F-35 can go about 1,200 miles per hour, and the F-22 is a bit faster. They're not even close to the X-1's top speed of 4,600 miles per hour. Because of this big difference, the X-1 can finish its tasks and get back to base much faster than the F-35 or your F-22 without stopping to refuel. The creation of the X-1 has effects that go beyond its use in the military. It could go faster and cost less because its engine is more modern and uses less fuel. Commercial trips are happening. If radio technology is made useful, it could change things like how we talk on the phone, how we send energy, and how we treat illnesses. It's being talked about all over the world what the X-1 means for the future of space technology and how it might change relations between countries. Some people think that such high-tech gadgets could help stop fights by being a barrier. Some people are worried, though, that it could start a new arms race as countries try to make their own versions of or protections against this technology. Why did Elon Musk choose to keep the progress on making such an amazing technology a secret?
The officials must have been kept in the dark about the whole thing by Elon Musk.
However, things got much worse when the Pentagon learned about such advanced technology and sent fighter jets after them at high speed. The U.S. House of Representatives doesn't like Musk and is currently at odds with him.
Sadly, the disagreements between the Pentagon and Elon Musk over how to use this technology have not gone away.
There is an agreement on how to use it, even though it could change the way military missions are done. Musk replied to journalist Masters' claim that Musk is a strategic asset in modern warfare in a recent interview with Business Insider. Musk thanked them and said that he believes he can be very helpful in disagreements. Even though Elon Musk has some very cool space technologies, the US military also has some very cool tools that they are ready to show off. While Musk's supersonic X-1 may be getting a lot of attention, we should not forget about the big steps forward made by previous aerospace innovations. Lockheed Martin, for example, has made famous planes like the F-35 Lightning II, the SR-71 Blackbird and the F-117 Nighthawk, which are both very quiet. The SR-71's unique design allowed it to fly at up to 2,000 miles per hour and withstand temperatures as high as 750 degrees Fahrenheit, still performing exceptionally well. At the moment, there is the Dark Star, which can hit an amazing speed of Mach 6 and is thought to be the replacement for the SR-71, though this has not been officially confirmed. As a result of its combined cycle engine, it might be able to hurt buildings just by flying by. With the Fire Strike, Northrop Grumman has taken this idea even further by making it into a powerful laser system that can turn ultraviolet radiation into intense infrared. This can heat enemy cars to thousands of degrees and turn them into fiery displays. The Dark Star can also glide over enemy sites without being seen, which is another high-tech weapon it has, using accurate strikes on important targets. The NGAD program's 6th-generation fighter, on the other hand, is a truly amazing plane that can fly over 1,800 miles per hour and reach an operating height of 15 miles. It has advanced artificial intelligence and can handle a fleet of drones with powerful radars. This lets it create a safe airspace that covers almost 3,000 miles and accurately hits its targets. People think that this fighter jet can fly at 6 times the speed of sound, which is very fast. In November 2013, a magazine called Aviation Week in Space Technology was the first to report on the SR-72. The company making the SR-72 fighter jet has been working with Aerojet Rocketdyne since 2016 to make the best engine for it. With this special engine that is being worked on, the jet would be able to move very fast without any problems. For the fighter jet, Lockheed Martin also wants to use a unique system known as a turbine-based mixed cycle. It's the same as having 2 engines, a turbine engine for going slowly and a scramjet engine for going quickly. At first, when the jet is moving slowly, the turbine engine does its job. As the jet speeds up, the scramjet engine takes over. Both engines get their air from the same place, but the air that they use goes through different routes. Fighter jets fly very fast, like at Mach 5 or higher. The air around them gets so hot that some of the metal parts melt. To get around this issue, the creators have thought about making the important parts of the jet pieces out of special materials known as composites. As of May 2015, these used composites are made from a mix of materials like metals, clay, and carbon. That's what the SR-72 was meant to do, spy and attack, which is also known as ISR and strike. But they hadn't decided on the payloads, the exact things it would carry yet. Because a jet going at Mach 6 at 80,000 feet would need more than normal payloads, this is likely the case. So they would have to make new guns and sensors for this to work. Only for the SR-72, because the other guns wouldn't be able to keep up with this powerful jet's super fast speed and high altitude. To make the SR-72 a useful spy and attack machine, we need to come up with new weapons that can deal with its speed and height. The idea for a smaller SR-72 plane that could be flown by a pilot or by itself was first brought up in November 2013. In 2018, they planned to begin building it. It was planned for this smaller model, called a demonstrator, to be about 60 feet long, like a Lockheed Martin F-22 Raptor attack jet. For a short time, they planned to give it a real engine so it could fly fast up to Mach 6. The last thing that needed to be done was to test it in the air to see how well it worked. Along with the high-speed strike weapon project, testing of the SR-72 model was planned to happen at the same time. To test both projects at the same time, they had to make sure they were on plan. The plan was to build this cool, smaller SR-72 and test it to make sure it was as advanced as they thought it would be. The SR-72 should be about the same length as the SR-71, which is more than 100 feet and should be able to fly as far as the Sur-71.
It should be ready for flights by 2030. The plan fits with the US Air Force's goal of having a very fast weapon by 2020 and a spy jet by 2030.
Italy, Sweden, France, Japan, and the UK work together to make the Tempest, which is a big step forward for Europe. With the help of Rolls-Royce's technical skills, the Tempest can reach speeds of up to 19 miles per hour. While other planes use laser systems, the Tempest sticks to more traditional means. Drawing from the F-35 and F-22, it has a lot of power, can turn quickly, and uses advanced stealth technology. Its design uses radar-absorbing materials to keep radar from finding it. It also has 4 engines that let it fire hypersonic weapons that can't be intercepted even when they're going Mach 2 speeds.
The J-20 from China is also a rival. China has a stealth fighter called the J-20, which is also called the Mighty Dragon, and has been getting a lot of attention in the news because it looks a lot like the US F-22 Raptor, which is one of the world's most powerful fighter jets. It can stealth, supercruise, cruise, and turn very quickly, making the F-22 Raptor a very dangerous tool in the air that no one wants to mess with. Although some experts think that the J-20 is a copy of the F-22, they have also said that China stole the technology from the US by hacking, spying, and buying parts from other countries. This is a big deal around the world because it means the J-20 might be able to compete with or even beat the F-22. The US and China already fight over trade, politics, and human rights. Now they have to worry about which country has the best fighter jet. China has been accused of stealing technology or designs from other countries before. Over time, they've made a name for themselves by copying weapons, cars, and other technologies from around the world. Some people have called them the world's workshop, while others have called them the world's biggest idea thief. It's true that China is the second country after the US to build a stealth airplane despite the claims. Its main weapon bay looks like a high-tech Swiss Army knife. Long-range air-to-air missiles and precision-guided bombs are just some of the deadly weapons that can be stored inside. It also has the PL-12, PL-15, and even the PL-21EMs, which are from the future. These guns are made to be able to shoot at targets that are miles away. Despite this, China may still be behind because the Tempest's stealth technology and NGAD's laser-equipped drones could make the J-20 less useful. China's boasts may be more about scare tactics than real technological advantage. Thanks for seeing. Click on the link that shows up on your screen to watch one of our other videos. Enjoy your stay here. See you then.